Everybody, it is time to talk about genocide. And I was like,
You know, that could be the cold open for this episode where we talk about genocide.
that's so true. Let's talk about genocide. Hi, welcome to Page to Stage,
Where the books write the script.
and we set the scene. I'm Emma,
And I'm Maddie.
and today's episode is about Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wong.
Oh my gosh. It was so good.
It was so good, you guys. I think this might be a perfect book.
Yeah.
It does hurt, though.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah, if you have any sort of religious trauma,
Ouch.
it is really ouchy. If you don't have any sort of religious trauma, but you have any sort of societal awareness about the
Also-
world,
Also ouch.
also ouch. So, before we get into all that ouchiness, here's a word from our sponsors. Celsius, tropical vibe.
It foamed over and it spilled all over her Hugh Hefner robe.
Mm.
They don't give us money also.
Yeah, but they do keep me alive. So,
Yay!
yay, caffeine addiction.
Yay!
We last left you in a Hamilton musical,
Yeah.
and we're kind of gonna take a pretty big 180 because this book we loved, and it was so good, and it was not funny.
No. Oh my
It
god.
was not funny at all.
Well, sometimes they made jokes and
Yes.
they were funny.
Yes, they were like
But it-
humorous characters,
But it never stopped hurting.
But the book itself it's not, just because there are a couple jokes in a drama doesn't make it a comedy.
Right.
So it's not, and which is my bread and butter, as you know,
A drama.
a drama.
Yeah.
I do love a drama. This one's going to be a little bit tougher to stage, though, and so I have some ideas, but it is going to require all of us to step outside of our typical comfort zone for what a show may or may not include.
Farther out than that time we were like, we're taking over a Victorian mansion and having a haunted house with Blackwell in it? Farther than that?
Well, that feels reasonable.
Okay.
to me, that feels like everybody is like,
Everybody
oh,
should want that, probably.
everybody should want that, but also it feels like everybody's like, oh yeah, I've been in a Victorian house, or I've seen a Victorian house on a TV show. Like, okay,
Okay, so this is you asking a bigger stretch of the imagination.
bigger stretch of the imagination, because like at least with that, it's like solidified, like a solid house.
Yeah.
This, what I have in my brain, is not that.
This brain being your mind palace that is full of strawberry jelly.
Yes, yes.
And listen, why? Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why your
Ain't
mind.
nothing but a mistake.
So, tell me why your mind palace has restrooms?
Oh, well, it has to.
We were talking about this the other day, and folks, I'm not even sure I have a mind palace, but if I did,
You don't have a mind palace? You have like a mind bungalow?
I don't think
What's in
it's
your
a,
mind?
I don't think it's a home.
Your mind doesn't have a home in it?
I don't think anybody should live there.
So, what I said to Maddie is that my mind palace feels as if someone took off the roof.
Which, her head.
No,
The top
my
of her
mind
head.
palace.
Oh,
No, my mind palace. There's a palace in my mind.
okay.
It's not the same thing as my brain. It's different.
Oh, all right.
What do you mean? I thought we've been on the same page with our mind palace this whole time.
No,
What do you mean?
I thought it was just like the metaphorical imagining of the spaces in that like make up the hemispheres of your brain.
Well, it is, but like the mind palace. I thought we were on the same page. I don't know what to do with this information. No, like it is my brain, but it's not my brain because my brain has like electrodes and stuff in it. My mind palace has bees and warriors and flies.
That's what the toilets are for
and
warriors.
for my warriors. And sometimes soup, and sometimes Jello, and sometimes it's a slushy in there. But regardless, I have a little palace in my brain.
Mhm.
It's its own little thing. And it feels like someone took off the roof of my mind palace. And just with giant vats of strawberry jelly.
Strawberry specifically.
Yes. And jelly, not jam. Aiden would not understand. He kept saying jam. It's not jam. It's jelly.
Yeah.
Okay? So you pour the strawberry jelly into, like, just above. And instead of just, like, piling up and being a pile of strawberry jelly, it's so much jelly
Yeah.
that it, like, starts to go through all of the hallways.
It's flooding.
It's flooding my entire mind palace, and it goes under the doors. And because there's nowhere else for it to go, it's coming out of the toilets. And then Maddie asked me why I had lavatories in my mind palace. And I said, for my warriors, where else would they go to the bathroom?
And that is when I started to realize that we had different conceptions of the mind palace.
And then she said, oh, the creatures in my head are not allowed to have bowel movements. And
I did say
and
that.
I said, that's a great rule. I should maybe start enforcing that.
Maybe. But then the lavatories would just be useless.
Right. And I already have them. So, like, I already spent the time and energy,
The brain dollars.
the brain dollars, making sure that this mind palace has working plumbing.
Yeah.
It's not medieval in there.
No.
It's a current palace.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell me, what is your mind palace?
Blob.
Well, how do you conceptualize? How do you know when there are bees in your blob?
When my toddler and my lizard tell me there are bees.
Oh. I mean, I guess I've only just recently started envisioning bees. When I looked at that one student and said there are bees in my mind palace,
Mhm.
and then that has been just what I say. And my children get it. Like, I'm like, all right, everybody close your eyes, take a journey through your mind palace.
Mm-hmm.
And they get it, like they do.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, my mind palace is full of bees. And the other day, when my mind palace was full of bees, I was talking to my children about genocide. And then I said, you guys, you know that meme that's like, what would be a good name if it didn't mean what it meant? And I said, genocide would be a great name if it didn't mean what it meant. And you could call her Jenny.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, is that short for Jennifer? She would have to say, no, it's short for genocide.
Yeah. I mean, listen, in that meme, people are always picking out, like,
Chlamydia.
yeah, so I think.
It's true, though. Genocide would be a beautiful name for a baby girl.
Okay.
So, yeah, we really want to start silly because this show is not going to be silly.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about this book a little bit. This book is so good.
Good.
It is a standalone,
Yes.
which we love.
We
to
love
see.
a standalone. It has gotten us out of our DNF spiral that we've been in recently. Because we did read The Children of Forgotten Gods or whatever. But, like, what is it called? I don't even remember.
Children of Fallen Gods.
That one, yep. We read those, but, like, they not with glee.
No,
We did not read those with much joy in our hearts.
I don't think I read those with any joy in my heart.
I had a little bit of joy every time he opened his second eyelid.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, yes.
And even better when the audiobook said it.
Yes.
We can give away our secrets and say that we have read 2 books.
Yes,
In the
it's
last
true.
week.
And we have in the past week. We read Brighthaven, Blood Over
Mhm.
Brighthaven, which we did start. I think it took us about a week and a half.
Yeah.
And then we read the one that we'll drop in 2 weeks.
Yep.
That is very exciting because we're switching it up a little bit, folks.
Whoa, yeah, we are.
We're going to a cowboy romance.
Uh-huh.
Save a horse, if you know what I mean. So we really needed some fluffy nonsense
Yeah.
in a story that we knew exactly what was going to happen the whole time.
Because we never really knew what was going to happen
Yeah.
in Blood Over Brighthaven.
No, that, like, there were things that was like, oh no, this is what's happening, isn't it? And then it'd be that, and you'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
Not like, yay, I got it right, but like,
Yeah.
oh no. So,
like, you could tell it was going to be bad, but usually not exactly why. And then you'd find out in sickening detail.
yeah. So then we read some silly cowboy fluff that we're very excited to record and talk about as well.
Yes. Blood Over Brighthaven made us cry.
Yes.
We cried a lot.
so much.
Yeah.
Because it is so stupid relevant.
Painfully real.
It really seeks to answer the question, does your religion justify genocide?
And no.
The answer's no.
Yeah, not ever.
Like, takes notes, Israel. The answer's no, but it's also like, does disrupting everybody's way of life in order to expose this horrific secret, justify doing so.
It's a
I
yes
think.
for me.
I think it's more of a yes, but I think that there is like some argument to be had about, when Siona. So, spoiler alert for Blood Over Brighthaven, in case this is your first episode and you don't know that we're not spoiler free.
No, go read that book before you listen to this.
Go read that book and then come back. When Siona exposes it to everybody, like, it does cause a Quent uprising.
It does.
Which is bloody and violent and causes more death of Morquinn and causes death of the people who live there and causes Siona to lose her family but like also changes the world. So like probably good. Just so much violence occurs because of it, but other violence potentially stops.
Yeah.
Because of it. It's a very solid trolley problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It took us so long to read, though, because it's not long, folks. No. It's really not. And it's not hard to read.
No. Except it's hard to read.
Except it's hard, like, to make yourself read.
Emotionally
because you
hard
want
to read.
But it hurts you.
It does hurt you so bad, and it
takes everything you've got.
And it is so... I think it was such an awesome representation of what totally being involved in a belief system, that it takes so much to get yourself out of it, even when you are actively seeing it with your own eyes.
Yeah.
Which I think is part of why it hurts so bad, is because that is actively happening in our world right now.
And one of the things that I appreciated about it is there was religious diversity in the Quent.
Yes.
And like the point of this book was not you can't have a belief system.
Yeah.
It is, what are you using your belief system to allow to happen?
And do you know what all your belief system entails?
Right.
Like, are you aware of the full scope of what your belief system is doing? And then, like, I think there was a really awesome moment when Tommel was talking to Siona about the beliefs and saying, like, you can try to do good your whole life, but if you don't actually do good, it doesn't matter. And that like shattered her entire worldview, because her belief system was you try to do good and you go to whatever afterlife. Yeah. Like that is what your goodness is measured by, is if you try to be good.
But he looked her in her eyes and said, impact over intent.
Yes,
buddy.
Yeah, impact over intent. It doesn't matter if you intend to do good.
Right. And well, I thought that was really cool too, because he came around at the end and he was like, but maybe it does matter. Like, not on its own, but like, if my intention was to do good and I was informed,
yes,
and I tried and I failed,
yeah,
the intention matters.
Yes, the intention 100% matters, as long as you do the cyclical reflect, revise, do the thing again. Like, it is so important to not only try to do good, but then reflect on, did I do good?
Yeah.
And if not, you adjust.
Right.
That book is so good.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've really had a chance to talk about it.
Yeah, we have not really had the chance because we've been in mourning, kind of.
Yeah, it feels like grief. The ending of that book is so... Like, I texted Maddie because I finished it first. And I said, like, I feel devastated and nauseous and also hopeful? Question mark? She said, hopeful is good. And I was like, yeah, but it's like a realistic hope. Like, things are really bad right now, and it's going to take a lot to get us back to where we feel okay. But someday it will happen again.
Yeah. And I think that's the best kind of hope.
Yeah. But that's like the kind of hope that we are existing in right now.
Yeah.
In the world. And this is the kind of hope that...
Well, and we, I think, are struggling in the world right now to reach for that kind of hope. It does feel...
Well, it feels like we are just repeating history, and all the kids who said they would hide Anne Frank during World War II are goddamn liars. And, like, it feels like, oh no, if I am not only intending, but also impacting in a way that is positive, it is going to, like, I'm going to end up on the wrong side of history.
Yeah.
And I can't be on the wrong side of history on this one.
No.
Like, I won't be on the wrong side of history on this one if I can help it. But it's definitely, interesting. And I think that I saw a lot of that in Siona. She was like, I can't not do anything. Even if I don't think I'm going to change the system, I have to try.
Yeah.
And she was pretty hopeful in a way that Tommel never really was until the end.
Yeah.
When he.
And I thought it was so interesting how Kara, who was arguably more hardened
Mm-hmm.
by her circumstances, came around first to Siona's hope.
Yeah.
Like, it is the power of people who grow up in a hard world
Yeah.
to choose to embrace hope they've never met and run with it.
Yeah. Oh. Kara's so good. I did love when Tommel and Siona were talking at their house for the first time, and Kara just came up behind her with a knife, just ready to murder her.
I know.
I was like, I straight up, like, I gasped. I was because Tommel was like, Kara, no, and like tackled her to the ground, and Siona was like, is that a knife?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. And her screaming.
Oh,
Listen,
when
she was the standout character for me.
Yes, she stood on the roof and just screamed, which is like all we can do right now until we can eventually siphon all the life forces of everybody in power and expand our borders.
Imagine, like, putting bread in your toaster and pushing the lever down and knowing that Donald Trump's life force was going to cook your toast.
Do you know how quickly I would siphon Donald Trump's life force? I won't genocide. I would never use it, but Donald Trump can cook my toast.
I don't think I'd be willing to eat the toast.
No! His life force has to go away in vain.
When I was thinking about Kara and how she grew up in a system that, like, had really never been different.
Yeah.
I was thinking about something that I read, I think on Instagram the other day, that was like, I feel so bad for kids who are becoming adults right now who have never lived in a different world.
It's changed so significantly. I think it really shifted around 2012, 2013, and then 2016 was the big turning point.
Yeah.
But like, I look back and I can see the steps, but there was definitely a whole different feeling around everything.
Okay. Do you want to tell me what your plan is for
Yes.
staging Blood Over Brighthaven?
I do. Okay. I don't know how this is going to work,
Okay.
but I have a thought.
Yeah.
And my thought is, you know a donut?
I do know a donut. Yes.
Okay. The whole of the donut
Yes.
is the audience.
Oh.
The all around the whole of the donut is the playing space, which means you don't get to see everything that happens.
Yeah. Okay, I love this. I want to ask, in the whole of the donut, is everybody floor level, like just standing in a, like, kind of a pit, or are there like stands?
I think there's stands, but they are also all facing out.
Yeah.
So nobody, like, it's not like they're all facing one direction. Like, they're definitely like
right, but like a cone of stands.
A cone of stands that are like circled up, like
Okay.
a cupcake tiered dish or like a tiered cake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're all looking out.
But they're all looking out.
And you can only be looking at what you can see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because nobody really knows everything that's happening in this book at all times.
Can they hear everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they can hear everything, but they don't get to see everything. Until... Ooh. Okay. I also don't know how this would work.
Are you gonna, like, unfold it?
Mm-hmm.
No, listen. I think you could do it because you just need, like, a slice that is like the radius of a circle.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's gonna have to be lots of pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that you could just, like, unfold it. Kind of.
Ooh, yes. Not what I was thinking we were unfolding, but that also works. I was thinking that the tiered cake, you know, like in a Carvana? You know a Carvana?
No, what's a Carvana?
It's like a car vending machine. Have you seen those commercials
No!
for the car vending machines?
What?
Okay, yeah. So there's cars and they're on different levels. And the way it works is like they like go off to the, like, I don't really know how it's like a conveyor belt more or less.
Okay.
Except that I think that the bottom tier of the cake where the people are sitting.
Yeah.
Goes out to the sides. and as the next one comes down, and that goes out to the sides. And then for the very end, the audience does sit circular around the whole thing. So, like, they become the outside of the donut to watch the council in the inside of the donut.
Yeah. Do you think that if we did that and they watched the council and then they watched Tamil and Kara
Mm-hmm.
talk in the middle of the stage while there's like chaos,
Mm-hmm.
could we then reasonably send everyone that's on that stage running out towards the barrier? Could we have them all run out from center at the audience
Yes.
and then hit the lights?
I do think we could do that. I think that's super reasonable.
Like, she is about to hit you in the face and
Yeah.
the lights are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. This is good.
Yeah.
It's going to require so much of our infinite budget.
Yes, it's a good thing we have an infinite budget, huh? I mean, I think reasonably, if we had a lower budget.
You just call it an intermission and move.
You call an intermission and you move, you have so many technicians and you move the
Yeah.
seats.
Yeah.
And you say it's intermission and you have to get out.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't allowed to stay in here for this intermission.
Mhm.
So, sorry, come back in 15.
What's a good point to call intermission on that show?
As Kara's screaming.
Yeah. Do you think that I think we let her climb the stairs of the tiered cake
Mm-hmm.
and climb up onto a platform on top
Mm-hmm.
and like turn in a circle and scream.
Yeah.
And then
Just
we call
like above all
intermission.
of their heads.
Yeah.
And then we call intermission. And then the rest of it, because up until that point, you don't 100% know what's going on.
Mhm.
And so it makes sense, like, systemic, or like, for you to be kind of blind in places.
Yeah.
Where then the other half of that show, you are sitting around the outside.
And you're like watching it unfold and you're
you're
like,
oh crap, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
I think it would be so cool,
That's
right?
really cool.
Like, and you stage it in a way that, like, everyone in the audience gets, like, you're seeing something at all times.
Yeah.
So, like, while Sayona and Tamil are over, I mean, it's a circular stage, so it's not really stage left, but as you are in the north part of it, over in the south part, you see Renthorn and his assistants working on
God,
some
he
stuff.
sucks so hard.
God, he sucks so hard. When Kara, like, squishes his skull with the typewriter,
Yes.
I loved that.
She's the best character.
She just jumped down and was like, yeah, and it was like, and his brain splattered everywhere, and I was like, that's so gruesome. Go, Kara.
Yeah. And listen, it's such a good case for why fantasy book protagonists are sometimes so young.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when you're angry.
Mm-hmm.
You get old enough, you start to give it up.
Mm-hmm.
You become resigned.
Yes. You know what hurt so bad?
What?
Was when Sayona's cousin came to see her
Oh.
in jail
Yeah.
and was like, our aunt, like, my mom doesn't want to see you. I never want to see you again. You've ruined the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I know it feels like that right now. But is it true?
Yeah.
Like,
It
I've ruined
was-
your world.
It was such a reasonable thing to have in there,
Yes.
though. Especially because her family is, like, privileged because they are Tyrannish.
Mm-hmm.
The names for stuff in this book are so funny.
Yeah.
Like, if you do need just, like, a little bit of levity, just, like, take a breath and, like, research somebody's name or, like, say it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, they're less oppressed than the Gwen.
Mhm.
But they're working class and they're women.
Right. Yeah.
And so they've always not had everything.
Right.
And to lose the rest of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, reading this book and how her way to connect to oppression was to talk about a patriarchal society
Mm-hmm.
made me realize how much not far we've come
No.
compared to how much people like to pretend far we've come.
Yeah. I mean, this book is very Mormon.
Yeah. And
And the
certainly
patriarchal.
Mormon women are more oppressed than I.
Yes. Because they're not allowed to, like, be the top of the church.
Right.
And so it was very Mormon. It was very Israel Gaza. It was very,
It's a little bit Catholic.
little bit Catholic. It was, I mean, it's very, I mean, because Catholics also,
Mhm.
you're not allowed to be priests
Yeah.
as women for whatever reason. I don't actually know why. And so there's a whole, because Jesus was a man, so the priests should also be men. I don't understand any of it really. Organized religion pissed me off before, and then I read that, like, I was already through my own exploration of, like, my beliefs, but I can't imagine what this book was like if you haven't quite reconciled your beliefs with yourself yet. Yeah, if we had known it was gonna hurt this bad,
I think we might have chickened out.
we might not have read it. Okay,
I'm glad that we did,
I am so glad we did.
but like nothing.
How badly the end of this book hurt is what I expected when we read that one really long fan fiction.
Oh, and then it was not. It was fine.
It was
It
fine.
was the happiest
like
possible ending.
a happy possible ending. Which this too is the happiest possible ending, kind of, for where we were. I mean, she was gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
Like, she was sentenced to death. She had already drank the poison. Like,
Yeah, and I mean, like, whatever.
whatever.
I don't want to say I didn't like her, but like, I wasn't upset when she
No,
died
she
because
needed
it was the best path for her.
Right. That was the best path for her. That was the most impactful thing she could have done.
Yeah.
But, like, this is what I expected when we finished that fanfiction.
This, for if anybody listens to these and doesn't read the books, like, that's crazy, first of all. But if you do, but you've read Sunrise on the Reaping, this hurt more than that.
This hurt more than that.
Which is crazy. I did
that is
not
crazy.
think I was going to read a book
No.
this in, like, the same year
Mhm.
period. It's not the same year, but, like, you know,
Yeah.
that hurt more than that, and I was wrong.
I don't know. It just, because you mostly follow Sayona as she creates. This is definitely more of an analysis episode than anything else, but whatever.
Because we have to talk
We have to
about it.
talk about it. But, like, when you follow Sayona, her denial
Yeah.
and her anger at Tommel when he's like
Telling her the truth.
telling her the truth is so real.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
And
so like, oh no, like, and I hated it. I hated her own racism that was so ingrained in her brain.
But I loved how we got her own thoughts at the same time. Like, she
Yes.
would say it to him, and then she would be like, that's not true, but I can't. And then she would say something worse.
Yeah.
And, like, run away and cry.
Yes.
And, like, yeah.
Yes. Welcome to breaking the mold.
Yeah.
Let's break the cycle.
And I love how realistic the, like, empathy and forgiveness that they had was. Because he
Mhm.
wasn't like, no, it's fine. Be racist to me. You're having a hard time.
Yeah.
He was like, Sayona, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But did
Well,
forgive
he
her.
even said, like, I will never forgive,
Well, yeah.
like, what you've done.
Yeah.
But, like, I will stand by you as we try and do this thing.
Like, I am willing to accept who you're becoming.
Which is real.
Mhm.
It is life. You can't, you know,
Yeah.
it's the whole Bucky Iron Man of it all. Where Bucky
you
killed...
read this book and you were thinking about Captain America Civil War.
Of course. Are you not always thinking about Captain America Civil War?
Personally, no.
Oh, okay, I am. So, because Bucky killed Iron Man's parents. Like, he killed Tony's mom.
I forget about that a
parents.
lot.
He killed Tony's parents.
Yeah.
And Tony is pissed about it. And then as time goes on, realizes, like, okay, that was actually the Winter Soldier.
Right.
That wasn't really Bucky. Like, I can't really forgive that he did that, but I do need to work with this guy
Right.
to you know, save the world.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm always thinking about Bucky Barnes.
I know this about you. You actually should forgive me for asking any follow-up questions. I do know that.
Yeah,
And
love
good
Bucky
good
Barnes.
for you.
I love Bucky Barnes.
Is it your I can fix him energy?
Yeah, of course it is. I have so much I can fix him energy.
That's crazy.
And I married a perfect man, so, like, I don't have any fixing to do. So I
Yeah,
have to find it in fictional characters.
that makes sense. Yeah. I don't think I have any I can fix him energy.
Mm.
I was raised on the novel version of Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
And, like, so fix it yourself, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, that's never been my vibe. My vibe has always been, oh, it's okay. I can fix him.
Yeah.
He can be mean to everyone else as long as he's nice to me.
It's good in fiction, though.
Yeah, it is good in fiction.
My only thoughts that I brought for Blood Over Brighthaven are costume thoughts.
Okay.
Because I want masks.
Mm-hmm.
Not COVID masks.
Sure.
Um,
KKK masks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the robes gotta be there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking KKK masks.
Yeah. Only when
Um,
they're at work or always?
I think Siona is the only one that we see not at work.
Yeah.
So she
How
can
can
take
we
hers,
differentiate
she
between
can take hers
people?
off.
Yeah.
Because
she wears robes, but they're open. Like, I don't think that they button up because she talks about her dress a whole lot, like her dresses.
I think they clasp in the
over it?
middle
Okay.
because that's their, like, that gets in through the gates and stuff.
Oh,
the
that's right.
clasp.
Yeah, their little, like,
But-
thingy.
Yeah, I think that her skirts are big, and
Mhm.
so the robe, like,
Mm-hmm.
How
can we tell the men apart?
Do we need to?
Mm.
Like, if we need to, is it enough to have her address them by name
Yeah.
and then have the conversation?
Maybe only for Renthorn for that really awful part in the...
Yeah.
But he could take off his mask. Because
He doesn't need to be wearing his mask then.
Yeah, I think he can take off his mask for that, and as long as we...
Because it's the middle of the, like, wee hours anyway?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Is it too much to have both white robes and KKK masks? Or is that, like, the statement we're making?
That was the statement this book made.
That is the statement this book made.
This author never sat down and said, is this too much?
Yeah, it's true.
It went to the printers.
Yes.
So, no.
Okay, great. Perfect.
Okay.
Because as people who have done a show where we had to have a bunch of KKK costumes.
Yeah, but we were dressing up teenagers.
Yeah.
And so...
But, like, that was because it needed it for reference for everyone listening. Was The Foreigner. And it is very much like a let's take down the KKK show.
Yeah.
But you still have to make the KKK masks and stuff. I do feel that it definitely does something to the psyche to be wearing a KKK robe.
Yeah.
So.
True.
Yeah. It's hard. I mean, it's good, but, like, it's hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
This show, I think, has to have a big cast.
Mhm.
So many people are in this.
Yep. Well, and I think that because of that, this is, like, not something you see on stage, but the rehearsal process, we need to really make sure this cast is tight-knit.
Yeah.
We need to make sure we have a solid tap-in for the heavy stuff. We need to make sure that we run any sort of fight call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Siona and Renthorn and Tamil all need to be best buddies.
Yeah. Yep. Need to be good and have some sort of... we need to make sure that we really lock into their character building together and differentiate themselves as actors from their characters, because, like, Renthorn's gross.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy.
A horrible person.
Yes. But I'm sure the actor won't be.
No.
So.
Yeah. I was thinking also about the Quen and how something I want for them is to be able to display tribal identity in a way that, like, the other characters just can't see, but maybe that the audience gets to see, especially at the end.
Yeah.
So that you can see that these people who are helping each other, like, would have gone to blows.
Right.
Outside.
Yeah. I wonder if we could start... You know how the book starts with, like, them crossing the barrier?
Yeah. Do you think that we just have different people
I
cross on every
I
side?
wonder if we could start it with almost like a battle.
Okay.
And give them some sort of significant something, like a brooch or something that tells the tribes apart and
I was
give...
thinking we do, like, a face paint marking, like
Yeah.
on the cheekbone or forehead.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. And we have something that tells the tribes apart. We watch them battle to
Yeah.
get across, and since you're sitting in the middle, it's gonna just be chaos around you.
Yeah.
But then we see them like get across, like we do the really bright white light.
Yeah, and then like 3 people
Yes.
come through.
Mhm.
Like one, like
Yeah.
from your part of the stage, you see one person.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to move into lighting
Yeah.
and talk about how we are going to pull off light.
Yeah. I think this is one that needs projection mapping.
Yeah.
There are some really cool systems out there. They're expensive and they're hard to use, but there are some really we have an infinite budget.
and
Infinite
we'll
budget,
hire
baby.
specialized technicians.
Yeah, specialized technicians and specialized designers. There are projectors that you can map to like specific spaces and specific shapes, which like if the actor is standing the same
Oh.
way every time, it would make it look like their skin is being peeled
That
off
is
of
so
their
cool.
body.
Yeah.
And if we're in a circular like dome type space, it can almost be like a planetarium almost, where like you can as they spiral, we can make sure the light from their feet or like the light lowers just to their feet and then it spirals off their feet and then it's blackout and we
Yeah.
can like watch the bright light from the ceiling come straight down to them.
Yes, I like it.
So
I also think that I do think that this show needs to be in your face,
mhm.
but I don't think that I think it detracts actually from the philosophical point for it to be too gory.
Yes, I agree.
So we need to kind of like mask it with the bright white light and
Mhm.
the shredding like at the
Mhm.
same time.
Yes. I don't think we need to be like throwing blood at the audience.
No. Like there shouldn't be anything left.
Mhm.
The point is the screaming.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's in your face, but it's not like I can't look at blood.
Yeah. Like
Type.
some like a life is being lost
Mhm.
and that's what you need to get from it,
Right.
not like ugh.
Gross.
Yeah.
I see the inside of that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that we could almost, instead of it like spiraling off their skin and then off their muscle
and then the
and
bone.
the bones, like I think we could just like kind of like have it strip into ribbons.
Yeah, just like a red and white spiral and then
Yes.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. This show I think has no music.
Mm-hmm. We make them sit in the discomfort.
At the same time, I think that it would give a lot to the hopeful ending
Mm-hmm.
and the like reclaimed power
Mm-hmm.
at the end if there was music.
Yeah, if just at the end it was music.
Could you just throw it at the end? Like,
I don't know why
Could
not.
we do that?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want. It's our show.
That's so true. So I think we should do that because I don't want to lose the potential for the music to make it seem bigger
Yeah.
because it's huge.
No, I agree, and I think we work with music. We like our brains like when there is some
Mhm.
sound that matches what we're feeling.
Yeah.
So, but I think that because of that, it will help us sit with the discomfort
In all the other
in
places.
everywhere else.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be comfortable.
No. But at the end,
Ooh, if it's in a planetarium type situation,
yeah.
when she's working on her spellograph,
Mm-hmm.
I
You
think
can see the dots.
I think you can see it up above you.
yeah.
You can see, and that way when it becomes really clear for the first time,
and that dot becomes a person.
yes,
Yeah.
we can see it
Mm-hmm. I like it.
on the ceiling. So
This would be so good.
it would be so good. It would be so good. I have no idea if it's even possible, but it would be so
but
good.
It would be so cool. I think that that's kind of it for sound. Like,
Yeah. Scream. Everything else is made by people.
Mhm.
Like people sounds.
and it's important that, like, if we do KKK masks, they can't be muffled. Like, they're not going to sound like Darth Vader. Like,
No.
they need to sound like people.
They are people.
So everything else is just like normal miking.
Yeah, and in a circular space like that, because some people's backs are going to be to different parts, I think we do need the microphones.
Yeah.
Where normally in a smaller space you wouldn't.
Mhm.
We need them there just so it's like everywhere around them.
No, I think this place, even if the audience isn't big, the space is huge. It
Yeah.
is a cavernous planetarium type stage
Yeah.
space.
I think audience 150, 200 people
Mhm.
feels okay.
Yeah.
And then the hydraulic seats go down and around, and then it's
Yeah.
it's all in the middle. I know we said that we should change it after Kara screams.
You can change your mind now.
I like the idea because that's when everyone is in the loop that needs to be. And then we watch everything else happen. Like
Mhm.
everything else leading up to that is really a putting together puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
But I also feel like the chaos that occurs after Siona exposes it to everybody.
Mhm.
Maybe it's just the fact that we have like a massive cast. And so there's no matter where you're looking, there is some fighting happening. There's something going on.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
Yeah,
more
I
of
think
it.
that we just flood the stage with people.
Yeah.
Like if we need more people, even like dead mages,
Yeah.
go change.
Yes.
I think that just like in every 10 feet of space, there are 5 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also thinking if we have Kara screaming while the hydraulics move
Mm-hmm.
on this like pillar in the center that doesn't move,
Yeah.
we can have that be the thing that she and Siona climb later.
Mhm.
And like we could have Siona go up
Yeah.
on top of it.
Yeah.
Like very dramatic potential.
Yes, I agree. I think that's cool. I think it could also, in our infinite budget, that pillar could go up and down.
Yeah.
Like it could go back. And then maybe what happens is that they stand on the pillar and it rises with them on it.
Yep.
Instead of them having to climb. It like rises and then like Kara steps off at somewhere and then Siona keeps going up. So she's up in that tower trying to get the stuff from that one really old high mage.
Yeah. Yeah. God, it would be so cool.
Props. The typewriters.
Yeah. I think, honestly, for props, we do a lot of shows because you and I are not super proppy minded humans where we're just like, a couple of things.
Yeah.
Why does it matter? Everything. Everything for this.
Yeah.
Like, as much as possible, you are watching this book.
Yes. There are the different spellographs.
Mm-hmm.
We have to have a breakable spellograph.
Yeah.
That can be put back together, which I think is going to be the biggest struggle for a props master. I've been watching this with our current musical at school because there are a couple things that have to break and be put back together, and it's kind of a pain. But, like that's going to be the biggest struggle is how do we do this? How do we put it back together? And I think it's mostly like a Lego set of some sort. They have this like Lego typewriter set that exists that I wonder if we glued the majority of the pieces together, except the ones that pop off,
and let
it break, and then like
click
when why can I not remember Siona's cousin's name?
Alba,
there we go. Can put it back together. Like she just needs to know where the pieces go.
Yeah.
So we could do that. I think there's that one that explodes.
Yeah, the canisters.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like low level pyrotechnics.
Yes. Like those little, those little things you throw at the ground, they go pff,
yeah.
Like a little pop and
I think we just need to
crackers.
Yeah, like you pull the string and something happens.
It pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like the smoke one, there's the other one. We have the staffs.
Which and the wands and like whatever they're using.
Yes.
How are we going to attempt that thing that falls from the ceiling during her trial?
Ooh.
Like, are we gonna do her trial?
We should do her trial.
Not her trial when they kill her.
Right. Yeah. The beginning trial when she gets to be part of the High Mage.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could also start the show with that first chapter where it's them trying to cross the barrier.
Yeah.
And then we could jump right to Siona's first day if we wanted to.
Yeah. It was important, like, when you're reading and you can make all of the, like, intricate connections.
Yeah.
But because of the way her sentencing trial, like, it didn't mirror it as much as I wanted it to.
Yeah.
And so I think it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. It would be enough for her to come in on her first day with Brigham. And Brigham has that discussion with her about, like, you can't let anybody, like, they're going to try and cut you down. Like, and they're going to try, like, people are going to talk and you have to let it roll off. Because you deserve to be here and, like, all this stuff, and then have her, get made fun of by Renthorn, and Renthorn be like, "Here's your new assistant."
Yeah.
Like, it's this janitor.
I felt the most like kindredness with her right then when
Mhm.
she was like, "Okay,
Mhm.
let's go."
Fine, come with me. Let's do it.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't do this. And
Like-
she's like,
Like,
bummer.
oh, you're gonna
You're gonna though, cause
because I said what I said
yeah.
to that asshole.
So you have to be here now.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, I love them. I did hate how long she continued to call him a janitor for,
Yes,
but that was a
it was
like
intentional.
super internalized racism
Mhm.
sort
And
of
classism
Mhm,
because
classism.
she's scraping and crawling and screaming to escape her own class.
Book is so good.
Yeah.
So just so many props. I think this is a very props heavy show because it's not a very set heavy show.
Mhm.
Because the set is
Projected mostly.
projected and how the seats are.
Yeah.
Like it's more of a
Yeah.
So I think it's super props heavy. What are there any other the knife that Kara tries to
Yeah.
Kill
I mean,
Sayona
she
with.
doesn't stab her, so
No.
it doesn't need to retract.
No, doesn't need to do anything. We gotta figure out how to crush Renthorn's head.
It'll be fine. Like the same way that we're gonna do the blight, probably.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. The barrier.
Mm.
Do we project that planetarium style on the outside kind of the whole time?
Probably, yeah, like
Like if you look up, it's kind of like yellowy. Okay.
like like the edge of a bubble.
Yeah.
Like how it's like a little bit iridescent.
Yep.
I think that around the edge.
I don't think that we should step down like what this author created, but I also don't think that it would be fair to have people sit down for 2 hours and thrust this entire book's worth of like reckoning on
Mhm.
them all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So we are probably going to have to figure out how to like make it less comprehensive.
Okay.
Like there are aspects of her society that are not part of the main plot
Right.
that just like hurt a little bit. It's just like little
Yeah.
paper cuts, and we're gonna have to cut them.
Yeah, those have to go. I think there is an important moment where she talks to the baker's son.
Oh yeah, we can't cut that.
Can't cut that, and I think that is such a. It's not funny because it's not funny, but when Tommel is like, she's like, "Well, my neighbor, like my
Killed
neighbor, the
himself?
baker, killed himself after he learned." He was like, "Oh, good. So you're
Yeah, your sample
you
size
have a
of one.
sample size of 1, and he killed himself. That's what you are basing this on. Okay, good." Like,
And then she does that.
does that?
Yeah.
Does pull all of her thoughts from that one sample size.
She's such a bad scientist.
She's such a bad scientist.
like legitimately, even when she like doesn't know anything and she should be doing good science, she's still doing bad science.
Tommel is such a
you-
good assistant
Yeah.
and such a good he pushes the envelope and he's like, "This is a bad choice," and she's like, "Hey, fuck you," and like 5 minutes later she's like, "Wait, but you're right though."
I know. Not in like the like confront your moral
Sure.
like everything ways, but just like the vibe of their relationship sometimes reminded me of assistant directing for you and like going to make soup because you forgot to eat for 7 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd be like, "Have you eaten?" I'd be like, "No," and you're like, "How many ounces of energy drink have you had today?" And I'm like, "This is 64, baby."
Yeah, and
You're
I'm
like, "You need food," and I'm like, "Nah." Then you made me eat food.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah. Do you think that Tommel lives more than like 2 months past the end of this
Oh.
book? Because he's a broken arm, right?
Yeah.
And they're going
To a cave.
like mountaineering.
I want to say yes because
do too.
Kara cannot lose him.
No.
Like Kara cannot
Like
lose.
nobody can actually handle her being the last of the Caldanae.
Mm-mm. But like realistically, like there's nowhere for him to go,
Yeah.
and he can't really.
I do feel like they probably, between this big group of people, like could keep a cave insulated enough for them not to freeze,
Yeah.
which was why he thought that he and Kara were probably gonna die.
Yeah.
They could probably splint it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, just out of sheer will, I feel like he would survive.
Mhm.
At least enough to start a new sort of society situation and make sure that Kara was okay.
Yeah.
I want now a mountaineering romance book from that universe.
Yeah.
Like now I just want the silly goofy. Like
Yeah. Does it matter to you who falls in love? Like, should it be Tamil or?
No, it should be Kara probably.
Okay.
And she should like be super like, angsty and crotchety.
Yeah,
and, like,
she's 16.
She's
and
16 and
yeah.
And she probably should be like
And she has a baby now because that lady for sure kicked it.
Oh yeah, no, she has to deal with the
Like,
baby.
she got curb stomped and they picked up her corpse, but like she's dead.
Yeah.
Kara and or Tamil has a baby now.
Or
Both.
was the baby's dad not there?
Who knows?
Okay.
I
Well,
just
they
kind of
have a
assumed-
tribe. They have a tribe baby.
Yeah. So, like, that's cute in a romance, just to have like a toddler
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Like,
I want them to be settled and set up and good, and her to have all these walls up, and
yeah.
her to be like, I'm the last of the Coldinay, and then them be like, okay, but like,
You want to make more Golden
do you want to make more of this? Like, and she's like, no, fuck you, and then like, the other person's cute or whatever. So
yeah, slow burn. Yeah.
slow burn, and it's like, look, they made it, and they're happy, and they live out in this world now.
Yeah.
And Tommel's an awesome granddad.
Yeah. The fact that he consistently and purposefully refers to himself as her uncle, even though he is functionally absolutely her dad,
Yes.
is so important
Mm-hmm.
and so sad.
I know. She'd kill for him,
Yeah.
clearly, and
Yeah.
she did kill for him. She murdered Renthorn.
Yeah.
The audiobook reader for Renthorn very much was like, well, my father will hear about this. What are you doing, Miss Freynen?
You know what I think we should do to get around our moral objections is just not acknowledge what we're referencing.
Not right. Yes, I agree.
Okay. Yeah.
It was the right choice.
Yep.
But he was like, don't you see the power in it? Doesn't it just like arouse you? And she was like, no. And he was like, I do. I want to take life and I want to see it clearly. And she was like, And then Tommel punched him in the face,
Yeah.
which was great.
Yeah.
Very important. Tommel's so fucking strong. Can we acknowledge that?
Yeah. I think it's a commonality between this book and our other book we read this week. The
Just
concept of like
so strong.
just like genuinely really strong from working really hard.
Uh-huh.
And it's attractive. They're
It is
right.
attractive. We love it.
They're correct.
We love it.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is, folks.
That's the show. Really, this one, we just needed to talk about
This book.
this book and talk about the feeling that we want to invoke with the show, I think is more
Mm.
important than anything else.
Yeah.
This is Conscription Day, a Fourth Wing segment where we read a Fourth Wing fanfiction.
Yep.
Okay.
Emma's reading one to me.
I haven't read it.
She
before,
hasn't read it before.
so I have no idea. This fic is called Fourth Wing According to Jack Barlow's Texts.
Oh, wait, hold. Who wrote this?
Oh, this is by Suebs Writes. Suebs Writes? Suebs Writes.
Okay.
Okay. That this is if Jack Barlow had a phone during Fourth Wing. These might be some of the texts he would send.
Yeah.
Okay. Baby J says, Yo, B, what up? I got some deets. Sage Berwin says, please use the official code for age when contacting me. Baby J says, don't be like that, B. This is serious. Berwin says, any further messages without this code phrase will result in the destruction of this method of contact. Baby J says, dead rabbits are weird fuzzy rodents on mushrooms.
What?
Berwin says, they have every eagle and red-tailed hawk. Baby J says, I still don't get what the fuck that means. Berwin says, that's because you failed to pass your Navarran language courses. What intelligence have you gathered?
Oh my god.
Baby J says, Sorngale bought...
Every time you say Baby J, it's like somebody is smacking me on the other side of my face. Like My face has 17 sides and they've all been smacked.
Sorengale bonded a feather tail and my dragon. Berwin said, you have bonded a dragon? Excellent news. Your progression is noted. Baby J says, no, Sorengale bonded a feather tail. 2 dragons. Feather tail. Because he spelled it wrong the first time.
Oh.
He, like, had to resend it.
Yeah.
Berwin says, contact me again when you have a list of all the signets that manifest in your year. And Baby J, in all caps, says, Sorengale bonded 2 dragons and 1, S.I. of Feathertail. Berwin has turned notifications off. Baby J, I get no respect around here. Then, he's changed his, this is a different contact name. Yeah, now it's JMF and Below. JMF and Below. Or J motherfucking Blow.
I think you should say that.
He texts somebody.
Okay.
You up?
Oh!
Care Bear says no. J motherfucking Blow says babe. Care Bear says I'm studying. Go bug someone else.
Caroline Ashton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
J motherfucking Blow says ISTG. I swear to God, I will draw from the earth if you don't answer your door in 10 seconds.
What?
Care Bear says, look, I appreciate you helping me bond Glean, but I need to finish this. J motherfucking Blow says, we need to finish, if you know what I mean,
You're
winky
kidding
face.
me. This is crazy.
J motherfucking Below says, come on, just a quick BJ. And then he says, for fuck's sakes. We're back to Baby J and Berwin.
No, hold on. I need time. I need time to process.
I forget Caroline exists.
Yeah, because she's dead.
Yeah.
Mm.
I will draw from the earth if you don't open this door in 10 seconds. It's a crazy threat. Do you think that's why I became a villain? Because Care Bear wouldn't give him a BJ.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yep. Yep.
Baby J. Yo. Is it bad if I use Ven powers on someone? Berwin says, in all caps, do not refer to your powers by name. Please use the official code phrase when contacting me. OMG, Barry, be fucking for real. Dead rodents wear all furry red orange moccasins.
What?
Berwin says, 10 heads each and trails are ripped to harvest.
Okay.
Baby J says, you're so fucking creepy, dude. Berwin says, who did you use your power on? What happened? Baby J says, Sorengale pissed me off and I pained her in a sparring match. She tried to poison me, the little motherfucker. Berwin said, do not use your powers on anyone else unless you kill them. Do not contact me again unless it's an emergency. Okay, now it's different people.
Are we getting J motherfucking Blow back?
No, we're at Jack Attack now. Jack Attack says, you up? Scribe Mind Rider Heart said, how the fuck did you get this number?
You're kidding.
Jack Attack said, did you get my present? Scribe Mind Rider Heart says, you mean the dead flowers, you absolute fucking incel? Delete my number. Jack Attack said, you liked it. Scribe Mind Rider Heart has blocked this number.
Yeah.
Baby J! All caps. Emergency! Berwin, please use the official code phrase when contacting me.
What is it this time?
Baby J, I'm under a fucking mountain, help! Berwin, please use the official code phrase when contacting me. Baby J, fuck the code, I'm under a fucking mountain, Berwin! Please use the official code phrase when contacting me. Any further messages without the code phrase will result in the destruction of this method of contact. DRAWFROM. Oh, I get the code now. Just because it's like the first letter of each one says draw from.
Oh my god.
20 heavy elephants, each are riding the heart, which would be THEEARTH?
The earth?
The earth.
Oh, the earth.
The earth. No.
Draw from the earth.
The earth. Draw from the earth.
That's stupid.
Baby J. Sorengale's a fucking lightning wielder. Berwin, are you certain? I'm texting you from under a fucking mountain right now, B. I swear to God. If you don't come and get me out right now, I'm gonna kill you. I will send an agent to retrieve you. Thank you.
Thank you.
says TYILY heart hands.
No.
Thank you, Illy. There you go. Illy. Hey, there's more.
I'm gonna die. I'm died.
But there's Iron Flame according to Jack Barlow's text. And then it says it will return in Onyx Storm, but that hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Okay. Well, with that, I hope you enjoyed Jack Barlow's texts.
Yeah. And we hope that you will sit with Blood Over Brighthaven for a long time, because we will.
I believe that Maddie's words were, we must build it a little cottage at the back of our mind palace for it to live. Because it cannot leave our brain.
But it needs its own space.
It needs its own space. So sit with it, digest it.
Build it a cottage.
Message us on Instagram about it. We'd love to talk to you about it.
We would love to.
Email us if you want to. pagestostagepod@gmail.com.
Email us your own Jack Barlow-centric Fourth Wing fanfiction.
That would be so much fun if we could just text back and forth as Jack Barlow and somebody else. That would be a good time. So message us, email us, do whatever. If you want to help this podcast grow, that would be great. We don't really have a way to do that quite yet, but you could just share it, tell people about it.
Yeah.
Leave us comments. Follow us on Instagram @PageToStagePod. We don't have...
Change your VPN to a new country so that we think that we have more international
Yes,
listeners.
that'd be so cool. Just, the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. So
right.
The best way to spread this podcast is to tell people about it.
Yep.
And have people listen to us and promise them that sometimes we're really funny.
It's true.
So, I think that's it.
Yep.
All right. See you later. Bye.
Bye. Our editing on Page to Stage is done by Emma.
Our music is by A Strange Mood Productions. Thank you for building us these sick beats.
If you want to contact us, that's @PageToStagePod on Instagram, or you could send us an email at pagetostagepod@gmail.com. Our Instagram is run by a tiny feral raccoon. We love her a lot.
And we love you a lot. We'll see you next time.
Tell me why.
I bid on Shatner's old toupee. I bought it on eBay. What?